can I do to be happy?
Number one, you have to own your own happiness.
That's right. You know, what makes each of us happy can be very different. And oftentimes we're seeking for happiness to come from things. But really, we need to think about, well, what makes me happy? What brings joy to my life? What life am I trying to live? Who do I want to be in this world? Spiritually, physically, emotionally. What am I doing to get there? Because we have a responsibility to invest in our joy. You know, the Bible tells us to rejoice always. But maybe part of the problem of why we don't feel happy is because we don't feel fulfilled. And when we think about the concept of being fulfilled, you have to think about having a round circle inside of you, but trying to fill it with squares and rectangles and, you know, triangles and all kind of things that just won't go inside that hole. So often we're filling ourselves with the wrong things and we're wondering why we're not happy. And you know it's true because you see rich people that you think they're rich. What problems can they have? But then they're addicted to drugs and they're suicidal. You know, you see people in these seemingly happy relationships, but then you have one partner who still feels unhappy. They can't find security in that space, even if the other party isn't doing anything to provoke that kind of mistrust. A lot of times we have things going on inside of us that we haven't dealt with. We haven't dealt with our mindset. We haven't dealt with our spiritual self. We haven't defined what happiness looks like for us. And so we just keep on throwing random dots at things and hoping it does the job, but it's not going to do it. I'm encouraging you to take some time to sit down and just be still, right? Just be, be a Mary. Just sit, and sit with God. If you're a spiritual person, sit with God and pray like, God, help me find my happiness in you. Help me find my happiness in you so that when I go into this world, I will not seek happiness in the wrong places. And even if you're a non-believer, you should sit down and ask yourself, well, what does happiness actually look like for me? And what am I doing to get it? Because when you figure that out, what you're going to find is that you won't depend on things to make you happy. Those things will only add to your joy. You will show up already happy. So when you get the new relationship, you won't be saying like, oh, he makes me so happy. No, you were happy before, or you should have been. Because he will fail you even his greatest efforts not to. He had the job of keeping you happy is not on him. You need to be happy. He can add to your happiness, or he can contribute to making you less happy through his actions. But your joy is not his responsibility, nor is your job, nor is the children, or any of the other things that you put ownership on to create happiness for you. So take a moment and think about how you're going to invest in your happiness. And one thing that he says is also true. You know, it's not just about when you get there. Enjoy the journey of getting to where you want to be. You know, it's about your becoming. Maybe you're not where you want to be right now, but you're in your becoming. Are you becoming what you want to be? Are you investing in that? Because if you don't, you're going to often feel discontent and unsatisfied. But when you're doing the work that it takes to get you where you want to be, it's a different experience, even if you're not there yet. Even if you go through a period of struggle, you can say to yourself, I won't always be here. And I know that because I'm doing the work to get myself where I need to be, whether that's the spiritual work, the emotional work, the physical work, the financial work. You're doing something. So get up and do something. If you don't, no one's going to do it for you. God bless you.